want to thank you for this year, 2015, for what you've started with APT, House of Commons. I want to thank you for my brothers, my co-actors, and fellow talk show hosts. Thank you for this vision. Thank you for the direction. Thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the knowledge. Thank you for everything we have started. You have started through us is going to come to a very victorious and successful climax in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Give us more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding, more clarity of purpose, of goal, and help us to make this show a very, very successful show in Jesus' name.
Amen.
We go be church. You go be pastor. I go be treasurer.
Wow.
Pastor, treasurer, financial secretary. Eh?
Great.
You didn't know that he knows Jesus.
I didn't know
you think he's a devil.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first show of the year. The House of Commons, our first taking of the year. So we have to commit it to God. So now,
thank goodness.
Can you take us in? Can you take us in?
After the long holiday break, I know you guys had fun. You had a good Christmas break. I hope Santa brought you everything you wanted. Fellow brothers, this is the first time I'm seeing you guys this year. This is the first time we're seeing this year. Wow.
Happy New Year.
Well, this is no joke.
Happy New Year.
First time we're seeing you.
I've seen you once this year.
Don't worry.
Happy New Year. This is Happy New Year. Happy New Year, our viewers.
Don't worry. So, on a more serious note, I think you're going to do
on a more serious note, I know you guys have probably heard about what's going on in Nigeria. If you Google, Nigeria today, you hear about Boko Haram. That there was an insurgent in the northern part of Nigeria and about 2,000 people were killed. And we being Nigerians here in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, we are touched by this, and we can't do this show without mentioning or talking about it because it affects our families, our friends, our relatives. So members of House of Commons just want to give a few take about this issue that is happening in Nigeria and probably use this opportunity to reach the whole world to do what they can to help. So first of all, my name is Ike Onoha, aka Ike Steele.
Pascal Atoma, the House of Commons.
And Suji, House of Commons.
LD Demola, House of Commons.
So who would like to go first on this issue of Boko Haram?
I'll make it pretty simple because I was just in Nigeria for the holidays, and as we all know, we've been to Nigeria, we've lived in Nigeria. Nigeria is a beautiful place. Nigeria is our story. That's where we come from. I was born in Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Nigeria. My family's from Nigeria, my mom, dad, grandfather. And looking at it from Los Angeles, watching the news, you see 2,000 people just gone. It is, there are no words to describe how devastating it is, but all we can really do is try our best to pray for Nigeria, because Nigeria definitely needs prayer. The world needs prayers these days. There's a lot of things going on in the world right now, but because we're Nigerian and this is a Nigerian show, or Nigerian cast, we just want to say, special prayers for the families that lost their people, their family members, and I don't even know exactly how how to speak on it because it's pretty devastating.
I think a part of my frustration is that I'm so disconnected. A lot of us are so disconnected from what's going on out there. We don't really know exactly what's happening, and people are just dying out of nowhere. And it's just really unfortunate to see such a thing happen, And as far as the images and all those things, I think that's kind of what sends it home. And just pray for, like you said, I pray for all the families and everybody back home as well. And just, we don't know what can happen tomorrow, so just keep praying that, something stops this as soon as possible.
For me, the topic of Boko Haram is very, it's not really something that I can discuss freely because I get emotional about it. Born, raised in Nigeria. Born and raised in Nigeria. So when I see those images, it brings back a little bit of bad memories of what I witnessed when I was in Minnesota for that cause with the Students' Union riot and all that kind of stuff. And I saw an image of a woman the other day. A woman they showed on CNN, and I saw it online too. And an elderly woman running, so running for her life, right? And they captured that image, and then, even though that my mom is dead, I just took a picture of my mom, I put it in place of that woman running, and I shook my head like, what if my mom was alive and this was happening in my area, and they show a picture like this on CNN, and I look and it's my mom running for her life like that. So it's a very bad situation. I don't know why the West is keeping quiet about it, and just talking about it. I don't know if they're waiting for the poor people in the north to be killed before they step in and do something. And it's so shameful for me. That's why I really want to discuss this. It's embarrassing for me that 2,000 people are being killed in a nation, in a country, and people are worried about election. Am I making sense? And people are worried about. It's like if you go to the eastern part. I was in Nigeria when I went to bury my dad. You know, my dad died, and I went for the burial. Was buried on December 6th, by the way. And then if you go to that area where we come from, the east, it looks like life is normal. Like nothing is going on. If you come to Lagos, it looks like life is normal. Everybody's going about their businesses. You go to Abuja, life is normal. Everybody's going about their businesses. And then you go just 1 hour flight away into the same country, people are dying. Something is not right. So it's just like a lot of people. I'm glad you guys brought this topic up actually for us to discuss it. A lot of people don't understand what is going on, but I know that having lived in Nigeria when I was young, what if Boko Haram happened during the time I was in school, and someone just came and killed me, just like those people dying there. So one Pascal Asmara could have been in Hollywood making movies and representing Nigeria would have been dead. So a lot of people are sitting here in America, a lot of people are sitting in Australia, a lot of people are sitting in London, Germany, saying it's not their business. A lot of people that live in the east, south, or southern part of Nigeria, everybody's going about their business. Those people dying are our brothers.
That's true.
They are our sisters.
That's true.
What I'm saying. So
well, first, I know this is a very, very touchy topic, and we're trying to kind of keep it, as light as we can. But I mean, because we're Nigerians, so if we go too deep into it, it might just go another direction. But anyways, Boko Haram, for people who don't know, means no to Western education. That's the meaning of Boko Haram.
Really?
Yes. So it's really not an Islamic group per se. They're just fighting Western education or Western civilization or culture. Okay, and in the context of Nigeria, Boko Haram has been used. I think they're primarily funded by some wealthy Nigerians. It's sad to say.
it's not only wealthy Nigerians, there's also some interest groups.
Yes, wealthy Nigerians and interest groups, that's the right word, interest groups, okay? Because definitely these people have some kind of ammunition that even the Nigerian military does not have. They have rocket launchers, grenades, they have like heavy machine guns that most countries in Africa don't even have those kind of equipment. So they're being funded by somebody who has money, or some groups who have money. So definitely our appeal, or us talking about it on this show, is to reach out to whoever we can in the Western world. Definitely something happened in France the other day, and only 12 people were killed.
Well, we can't say only 12.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing that 12, but I'm just saying compared to the numbers in Nigeria, is very small.
Do you think that has something to do with how our Nigerian leaders value us as Nigerians?
Well, true. It does play an effect, but right now we're talking about the human factor. I mean, there's a lot of things to it. There's, I don't know whose political agenda is being served here, but I guess what we are concerned about is that we want it to stop.
But I like the point. I like the point we were making about the 12 people dying in France, and then the world leaders go to do it's a match or something where everybody can, and more than this year. In Boko Haram have killed more than 5,000 people in Nigeria.
It's about over that.
I was gonna say, when you were talking about different parts of Nigeria, the western and the eastern part, not really acknowledging what's going on up there, they're just living their life as if nothing is happening. you know, I think, which is probably going to lead to a whole other topic about the divisions and the diversity of Nigeria. I feel like a lot of the ones in the southern part of Nigeria, a lot of the people in the southern part of Nigeria look at the north as its own entity and its own thing, even though it's still one Nigeria. Now things are changing where people are now going up north a lot more and opening up businesses. A lot of people from the east, and that's why I wanted to ask: is it more about bringing Western sort of culture up there? You know, because that's why I wanted to emphasize the difference between the north and the south, east and west. So, is it because of the difference in culture and the English
that Boko Haram is? Those things are happening in the north. Well, definitely, Boko Haram has not only struck in the north. They've struck in Abuja. They've struck in the east. They've struck almost everywhere in Nigeria.
Where did they strike?
No, they have. They have.
I know in the west.
They have struck in other parts of the north.
Yeah, I know they struck in Abuja last year.
To me, it doesn't really matter where they struck.
Exactly. That was where I'm heading to with this thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where they strike, whether the north or whatever. My thing is, wherever they strike, it's not right. It's not right. So whatever factors or forces that are responsible to their, doing what they do, we just want it to stop.
Right. I just want to say two things. Just two things. Number one, my fear in Nigeria is that, as you mentioned, the ammunition that they have and everything that they have, even if they didn't have that much ammunition, not to disrespect Nigeria's military, Nigeria's government, I don't know if a force like that can ever be stopped in Nigeria by Nigeria. I don't even know if that's possible, because I've been to Lagos State, I've seen, police, I've seen how they operate, and it's not, I can't compare it to something that is systematically correct, if I may say. And secondly, you mentioned something about the West. It gets to a point where you just think, when does the West, why is the West always supposed to be the answer to a problem, if that makes any sense? Because you often hear America needs to go and help, America needs to go and help, which is understandable because America is a pretty self-sufficient.
Which West are you talking about?
The West, the Western
part of Nigeria.
No, here.
The Western society.
Western society. That's America.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay.
When do we become self-sufficient? Because we say all the time Nigeria is an independent country. Is that just by independence as far as government independence, or the actual term independent, meaning we're self-sustained and we can actually help ourselves
I feel like you're getting into a deeper problem.
Yeah.
But that's when you say the West.
But you see, I understand where he's coming from. Where he's coming from is that why do we have to wait for the West to come in and solve our problems?
Yeah, of course.
And it's way deeper than just this.
I'm going to answer the question for you, right, bros? What you read on paper is not what the situation on the ground is. If you just came up from Nigeria, you see how everything operates, right? If we have a military leader, because those days we have the military boys in as the leaders. Okay, let me tell you why I say it will not happen, right? The reason why I say it will not happen is that there's no military boy who's been trained in the military way that's going to sit down there, right, and watch these people come in. I'll give you an example. I was reading the news yesterday. They said that Boko Haram have taken over almost 65 to 70% of Borno State. How can you?
North, I think
Borno State.
Okay.
I personally cannot be the president of any nation, right? Sitting president, and someone come and say that a militant group have taken over 70% of one of the states that I'm the president over. You see what I'm saying? And where I have military army, I have navy, I have air force, right? And I'm the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. It's not going to happen.
Well, that's a deeper.
But I see. It's not going to happen.
But does that mean that's the best president for the country?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to get to.
Definitely. Our Boko Haram issue has stopped. Yeah?
No.
No. It stopped because we're going too deep.
No, we have to go deep. We have to go deep into it. We have to go deep into it. You know why? You know why we have to go deep into it, right? Let me tell you why we have to go deep into it. Yes, it's not our immediate relatives dying. Yes, it's not our friends that we know dying. But those who dying there are Nigerians. That were brothers, that were sisters.
No, that's not the reason why I said we're not going to go into it.
So why can't we go into it?
No, that's not the reason, because see, look, there's a lot of brothers, like, I mean, we're all passionate about this Boko Haram issue. So, in conclusion, why don't you go first, LD?
Prayers to Nigeria, prayers for Nigeria, prayers for the world, because it almost feels like when you watch. I try my best not to watch the news at all, but you know, news finds a way to you when it's of that magnitude. And there's something going on in the world right now. It almost feels like the boy who cried wolf. You hear so much bad news, you almost become numb to bad news, which is scary. That's when things start getting scary, when something like that happens.
And it's just normal.
Like it's not,
you know, 3 days right after 12 people got killed in, you know, France. Before that, there was this Boston bombing. There's just too much going on. It's just too much going on, and just prayers for the world. Whatever you believe in, just zen mind and just hope that the world is able to calm itself down, because a lot is going on.
Well, I'll say the same thing. I think what Pascal was saying about seeing people who remind you of home. He said he saw his mother and the lady that was running. I think that really resonated with me, because you know, you're seeing people who look like you, your own people. And I think just sending our prayers out to those people, that they're us. And I think that's why I started off by saying I felt disconnected, because I don't know what's going on out there. All I see is, you know, all these horrific images of, you know, death and stuff. I just want to pray for the families and pray for Nigeria and pray for the world. It's not the only thing that's going on out there. So.
Yeah.
Well, for me, what I have to say is, it's shameful, it's embarrassing, it's pitiful, it's very sorrowful, it's just bad. It's just very bad what's going on in Nigeria. And when you see these images, sometimes I wish those images were just images that were manipulated with a computer. But if you look at those images, they are real images. You see human beings being thrown together like logs of wood, you know, and
I saw that picture that you took.
Yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah, what I'm gonna say is this: it doesn't matter if you're Muslim. It doesn't matter if you're from the east. It doesn't matter if you're from the south. It doesn't matter if you're from the north. If you're by the west, we are all Nigerians. Now that we're in America, this is not Hollywood, right? What brought four of us together? Because we are what? We're Africans, we are Nigerians. Why am I not doing this show with someone from Germany, from Spain, from Mexico? Why? Because I'm with my brothers. So the issue of they are Christians or they're Muslims or from the east, from the north or from the south, if they want to die, let them die, we should stop. Right? And let us all come together, pray together, work together, and figure out a way to stop the killings. Because no one should die. We all should. We said we want to be one Nigeria. Let us be one Nigeria and live together in peace.
Okay. Well, in my conclusion, I'll say that, I called my family member when I heard this story, when I read about it online, and my sister said, as a matter of fact, that the numbers are not that high. I want to believe they're not that high, like she said, you know, that the number, the 2,000 is about 150. I want to believe that. I hope. I'm not saying 150 lives don't matter. It matters, but it's way better than 2,000 lives being dead, okay? Hopefully, like my brothers have said, nobody should take anybody's life by, you know, force. Nobody, you know, can give life, so you have no right to take it either. So I think we should all unite, you know, and help exterminate this issue of Boko Haram, you know, and let's come together as one Nigeria and overcome this.
And if anybody's watching this show knows of any foundations or whatever, feel free to use this video to, you know, promote whatever foundation you have going on for, you know, this. Prayers for Nigeria, guys?
Yes.
Yeah,
prayers for Nigeria.
And please, for the people in the West, if there's anybody can do to help, let them help. We don't have to wait.